Hi, this is the chapter presentation for Chapter 4 of our text, Understanding Michael Porter, Creating Value, the Core, presented by Natalie Thomas, Malika Thomas, Lydia Eskelin, and Cooper Green. This chapter covers material surrounding the curation and analysis of the value creation process. The initial segment of the chapter discusses how companies create value. Our text claims there are two steps or tests to this process, which include first, the creation of a value proposition, and second, the tailored value chain which delivers this proposition. Companies use these two tests in combination with a strategy, which our text defines as a deliberately chosen set of actions to produce a desired result. The first step is for companies to generate a value proposition, or to consider what value they will offer to their customers. In order to do this, they must address their consumers' needs, they must analyze the market demand of their industry, and they must examine the business's ability to address these. Our text calls this process the three sources of positioning, which requires a company to ask questions about their market and consumer base in order to best deliver. The three sources of positioning are variety, needs, and access, and a company must establish all three in order to generate an effective value proposition. As our text breaks down in Figure 4.1, there are three major questions a business must ask: which customers, which needs, and what relative price. Which customers refers to the process of market segmentation, where companies analyze their end users and the channels needed to reach their audience. In this step, companies must consider the greatest overlap among their market segments in order to generate products or services that benefit the most people rather than only specific areas of the market. Which needs addresses the demand of market and analyzes which products, features, or services will best meet these needs. In this step, companies must consider what they can offer their consumer base in order to provide the highest and best use. What relative price refers to the use of pricing as a strategy in business. This includes companies that seek to offer lower pricing, discounts, or premiums to their consumer base to add greater value overall. The final part in value proposition is differentiating from the competition. In order to generate true value, companies must ensure that they are offering unique value that is delivered more effectively than their competitors. They must consider the purpose they serve as a business and what they have to offer that no other company can.
Michael Porter explained that the value proposition is a natural place to begin when considering strategy. You must have a unique value proposition with a set of activities that is different from the activities performed by rivals. Therefore, the second test involves strategy and competitive advantage based on choosing to perform unique activities. When considering strategy, Porter identified three key strategic choices: focus, differentiation, and cost leadership. Focus is the breadth and narrowness of the customers and needs a company serves. In this competitive strategy, the company selects a segment or group of segments and tailors its strategy or activities to serve those segments. Differentiation allows a company to command a premium price. A company may use creative advertising, distinctive product features, higher quality, better performance, exceptional service, or new technology to achieve a product being perceived as unique, therefore having the ability to command a premium price. And lastly, cost leadership allows companies to compete by offering a low relative price. They do this by being more efficient with the production of products or services offering. Let's review the activities in choosing segment for Walmart. Walmart placed its stores in small towns where large cities were hours away and initially focused on one retailer, creating a barrier to entry. This allowed Walmart the ability to provide low prices and discourage competitors. Next, we have Progressive. They performed assessments on what other insurers would consider bad drivers and placed them into categories such as age and if drivers had children, and used this information to set insurance prices. For its activity, they provided adjusters with a company vehicle and the tools needed to go to the scene of an accident, assess the scene, and issue a check on the spot, therefore allowing Progressive to have a unique value proposition. Then there is Edward Jones. Their chosen customer segment are conservative individual investors that wanted a financial advisor to help them make investment decisions. For the activity, Edward Jones had many convenient office locations with one financial advisor per location. This empowered the financial advisor to act in an entrepreneurial role to build their customer base within the community. Edward Jones focused on training its financial advisors on specific conservative product lines. Aravind value chain. Dr. Venkateswamy, known as Dr. V, developed the value chain for Aravind based on the efficiency of McDonald's, thus developing the process that while one eye surgery was being performed, the next patient was prepped on a table behind the surgeon. When the surgeon finished one patient, they simply had to turn around to start the next, therefore having ultimate efficiency and no lost time. Airvin's value chain choice supports its ability to attract paying customers that pay the market rate. This meant having lower costs than other providers while still ensuring patients receive quality medical care. To ensure efficiency, Aravin tracks costs, time, and results so that they can review the metrics for each doctor. To further its differentiation, Aravin places focus on a commitment to professional development and selfless and compassionate surgeons. We will now discuss the tailored activities that Southwest Airlines implemented to make them stand out from its competition. Southwest veered away from the standardized pricing structure and frequent flyer programs and instead focused on delivering frequent service on specific routes at the lowest cost possible. Southwest does not include the traditional meal or assigned seats as other airlines. In doing so, they keep planes flying longer hours and provide frequent departures with fewer aircraft. Lastly, Southwest differentiated itself by allowing passengers to buy tickets directly on the Southwest website and bypass using other web-based travel sites. This allows them to avoid sales commission, which is another cost leadership strategy. The value proposition within the car rental industry is based on tailored value chain activities. When we compare the focus, which is the customer need, Hertz focused on travelers that were away from home, Enterprise focused on home city renters, and Zipcar had a completely different strategy, which is cars for non-car owners that are close to home with the ability to rent by the hour. The pricing and fleet choices for Hertz is premium prices for luxury business and vacation vehicles such as SUVs and convertibles. Enterprise used economy pricing since these were likely vehicles being paid for by an insurance company or self-pay from its customers, therefore offering more basic models. Zip cars were considered cool cars such as the environmentally friendly Honda Insight and BMW Mini. Zipcar uses a subscription service for pricing and hourly rates. The car rental companies also differed in office locations and marketing. Hertz has office locations in airports, hotels, and train stations and utilizes costly consumer advertising for its marketing. Whereas enterprise locations are normally found in metro areas and strip malls. It wasn't until 1995, more than 35 years after the company was founded, that it opened its first airport location. Enterprise uses body shops and insurers for marketing, again focusing on the replacement car as the customer need. Zipcar, on the other hand, has no office locations since it uses a subscription service. Cars are parked in various parking lots and unlocked at the precise time that the subscriber reserved the car. Zipcars are their own form of marketing since the cars display the company's logo.
What the author means by saying limits are essential is that choices surrounding the value proposition that regulate a company's activity are the very thing that allows a company to differentiate itself from the competition. Those activities and choices ultimately bring value to the customers. By creating those boundaries, you will not serve everyone, but you will bring value to someone. It is fruitless to try to do or be everything for everyone. A robust strategy involves a customized value chain for a value proposition. If your company is making the same choices about its value chain as another company, then there is no strategic advantage and therefore no value is brought. Value can be created in numerous ways for almost all industries. Because there are an infinite number of types of needs from hordes of customers, there are many effective and valid business strategies to be explored. According to the text, to establish a competitive advantage, a company must deliver its distinctive value through a distinctive value chain. It must perform different activities than rivals or perform similar activities in different ways. The value proposition, which centers on the customers, and the value chain, which concentrates on the operations, are connected to strategy by bringing the demand and supply sides together. For new ventures, value proposition is a logical place to begin. But for companies already up and running, they can find new positions by examining new ways they can solve unmet needs. One example of this is Grace Manufacturing in Arkansas. Founded in 1966 as a machine, tool, and die shop, they mainly created parts for dot matrix printers. As their primary client became obsolete, they began to focus their efforts on making sharp edges for woodworking tools. However, they found that their woodworking tool was being used in kitchens. A new market segment was being served. Cut to today, Grace Manufacturing is making a whole line of kitchen tools. Additionally, they have expanded their product lines into medical fields as well. It is not easy to create or discover new positions. It is about knowing what you do well and then examining how you can use that to serve different customer segments. As the book puts it, by definition, strategy is about creating something unique, making a set of choices that nobody else has made.
Khan Academy is one company that has a very defined value proposition that sets them apart and contributes to their success. Khan Academy is mission driven in the value they provide. Their value proposition speaks to what they want to contribute to the world: free education for all. They also take the flattery approach, giving users the self-confidence necessary to embark on a class. This methodology can be powerful when customers act on the desire for a higher self-esteem. By building up customers, Khan Academy users in turn become motivated and sign up for the services as a result. Sticking on the same example, Khan Academy answers the three crucial questions in a cut and dry manner. Which customers? Everyone. Which needs? Learning. And what relative price? For free. Although it seems like it goes against the idea of having a focused value proposition, it works for this mission-driven company because what they are offering comes at no financial cost to any customer. Their activities include world-class education for Focus, which is offered at no cost to customers, which gives them a cost leadership, and is differentiated by personalized learning, trusted content, and tools that empower teachers.
Here you see our following quiz questions, and thank you for viewing our presentation.